How is it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome back to another Cheating Lefty disc review video. Today we're going to take a look at the newly released mid-range from DGA, the Rift. So the Rift is a speed 5, glide 4, turn -1, and a fade of a 1.5 mid-range. I would consider the Rift to be semi-overstable, which makes it very good for players of all skill levels, which I'll get into later. There is a decent small amount of dome. It has kind of a rounded shoulder, so it gives it a little bit of dome feel. But you know what? Despite that, it actually feels fairly shallow. So even though it has that rounded shoulder, it feels fairly shallow in the hand and is really nice and comfortable. Now, looking at the way I throw the Rift, these early shots I'm throwing it on a very slight hyzer line. You can see them flip up to flat, hold absolutely dead straight, and then still hyzer out. On this shot here, thrown flat, you get a little bit of a gentle turn, but then it still has that overstability, kicks in, and hyzers it right out. So some people are calling the Rift the DGA Buzz. Well, here is an actual Buzz shot, and as you can see, it holds that straight line. Now I threw it flat, slight ante, and it just held that straight line and then hyzered out. Whereas you can see with the Rift, it's actually getting more mid-flight turn than the Buzz did. The Buzz just kind of, again, it held that straight line and then hyzered out. But the Rift, again, you get that nice flexing S-curve shots. In fact, here is actually a Buzz SS, and you can see mid-flight, it has that turn and late stability, but not quite as hard as the Rift. Because of those differences in the flight, I can actually see players bagging all three of these discs and not really having much, if any, overlap. So getting back to the point I made earlier about this disc being great for players of all skill levels, for slower arm speed players, this is going to be a very straight flying mid-range. And then something, even in a wind, maybe it gets just a little bit of turn, but it's still going to be very predictable and hyzer out, again, even into headwinds. And as this actually next shot will show you here exactly what I mean, this is thrown into about, I'd say, a 15-mile-an-hour headwind. You can see it gets turn, but look at this. The overstability kicks in and it still fights its way out of it. It doesn't fully turn over. This is where I think slower arm speed players are really going to like this disc. It's very, very workable. It'll be a semi-overstable disc for them. Versus for faster arm speed players, this is going to be like out of the box, a beat-in Buzz. So a lot of great lines that you can shape in the woods. I definitely think that players, either beginners or advanced, are going to find so many great uses for this mid-range. Lastly, I'm so impressed with how much torque that the Rift can handle for forehands. Look at it just hold that hyzer line the entire way. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching the video. I personally love the Rift. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching me throw it. Hopefully it talked you into getting your own, because this disc is definitely in my bag. As always, thank you Discraft, thank you Riverside ProShop.